think I'm gonna make a shade top. It's happening. But first, sewing haul. Hopefully I can do it. It's taking a bit more brain power than I thought it would. I have a job. Good morning, welcome to a little day in the life, potentially a couple of days, we will see. I have firstly some exciting news, which I'm sure is in the title, and I'm also going to attempt to do a little bit more crafting in this vlog. I'm going to use the excess fabric from last week's trousers. Still so obsessed with those trousers, by the way, although I've not had a chance to wear them because the weather's been awful, so I've been wearing like thicker, not as summery vibes, which is not fun, but hopefully when I've done this top it'll get better. We can hope. It's been a very rainy summer so far. Speaking of the rain, we actually hosted a barbecue 2 days ago and everyone who came very kindly helped me tidy up, so that was nice. But there are the final bits that I've not had a chance to move yet because I've been at work. Guys, I have a job. I have a job and it is, touch wood. Is this wood? This is wood. Touch wood. It's the most perfect job I could have ever imagined. I'll talk a little bit more about it later in the video, but because of that, the house is suffering because I'm getting used to like a bit of a new schedule. I literally last week I was in Sheffield, then I was in London, and then I worked at a polling station for 16.5 hours. And then I've been in Sheffield again, I've been in Leeds. It's been a bit of a chaotic, in the best way, couple of days / week. So yeah, everything feels like it's on the right track. Hopefully I've not just jinxed that, but we need to sort this out. So because we've been hosting people and like eating barbecue leftovers, we are like 3 meals behind on our Gusto boxes. So one of the tasks I need to do today is literally cook 3 separate meals, and we'll eat one tonight and then the other 2 are gonna go in the freezer / fridge because we got another box delivered. Like this is this week's box, but we've not finished last week's box. This has never happened. All of a sudden we've been sociable and it's quite out of the ordinary. So one of the jobs, I think I'm gonna do this one first because I'm looking forward to it the least. That's the first task. And also, oh my god, I'm going to a crochet club tonight. Who am I? I actually bumped into a lovely lady at the polling station. Not bumped, she was working with me for 16.5 hours. It was a lovely team, and she runs a crochet club in my local area. So she's invited me along. I mean, it's open to everyone, but she convinced me. I've been thinking about something like this for a while and didn't really know where to start. So that's tonight. I almost bailed, but I'm going to fully commit. Me and mum are going. Mum can crochet too. So we're going to take our crochet hooks and order ourselves a peach tea, do you know, and then hopefully have a good time. It could be highly awkward or really cute and wholesome. Not quite sure where that's going to go, but I will try and film it. But yeah, I am going to do 3 meals before and after. Not sponsored. I wish it was. I love Gusto. I also equally love HelloFresh before someone comes at me. We switch between the two. Right, I think just do this, you know. I'm going to put a video on or some music. Bit of Sabrina Carpenter. I'm on a Meghan Trainor hype at the minute. Love Meghan Trainor. Her TikToks, her children, her life. I love her. So yeah, we're going to do a bit of a kitchen disco, hopefully. Chopped an onion. Oh, that was intense. Like, I was full on crying. I've done 1 meal of 3. Looks quite nice. I've made tzatziki, but it's definitely too watery. It should have told me to like get rid of the inside of the cucumber, but it didn't, and I didn't realise soon enough that it was tzatziki, otherwise I would have known to do that because I love tzatziki and I know that's kind of what you're supposed to do. So now I'm cooking lamb orzo. I've just toasted some seeds and they've started to pop on the grill, oh, not on the grill, on the hob, like popcorn. So that was a bit intense. And I'm red hot and Gus is zooming in round. Somehow this boy has managed to put his tunnel here. Is he in there? Hello? I thought you were upstairs, Babs. Good. Dude, the timer's beeping. You gonna get it or what? I'm gonna have to leave you there. Right, back to cooking. I've done it. I've made a huge mess in the process. Well, not huge. I've tried to tidy up as I go. I've just had the dishwasher open so I can put everything in. I just need to sort the sides out and then we can actually get on with our day. You wanna know one of the... Oh no, has it been dead? Just about to say, do you want to know one of the best things I purchased when we were buying the house? It was this Hoover. I'll link it down below, it's from Amazon. Not the cheapest one, because we wanted one that mopped as well and also emptied itself, so you didn't have to like empty it every time. It's literally not charged, that's so annoying. But basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to set it to mop, which is this, and this is filled with water which has Zaflora in it. It obviously just kind of does a light mopping, it doesn't scrub, but it's good for a quick freshen up. You can change the setting, it like maps out your living room, well your whole house area. It does upstairs and downstairs, obviously you carry it up there. Imagine if it could walk upstairs, that'd be... When you set it down, it like maps out where it is and then recognises where it is and then just hoovers. And it's so lazy, but so great. So I've just discovered that's dead, so I'm going to leave the mopping thing there, put it on its charger. All I can think is that someone accidentally nudged this the other day, so it's been knocked off of charge. Also need to bring this chair back through. Whoa! Oh, the kitchen looks so much better. So I've tidied the kitchen. This food here is just cooling down before I can put it in the fridge. This side is clear. There's some like more washing up to do, but the dishwasher was full and I'm not gonna stand and wash the pots after cooking for 2.5 hours. So I'm just gonna wait till the dishwasher's done and switch it over. The old box, the cat, and I've put the chairs on the table upside down. Always reminds me of primary school when you do this. Did anyone used to do that at the end of the day? Put your chairs on the table. It always reminds me. So then this space is ready for when the Hoover is charged. Right, can we finally get something fun done? I've just remembered about my makeup. Let me just fix this. Just had a quick lunch break which involved barbecue leftovers. Always great. Now I'm in my office, obviously, and I didn't actually unpack any of the sewing things, so I'm going to attempt to do that. This shelf above me is that desk that opens, so I'm wondering if I can sort of situate the sewing machine there somehow. It is like at standing height rather than sitting, so it might be a bit annoying, but just in terms of like having somewhere to put the machine would be good rather than it being in a bag, because then if I have bursts of inspiration it's there ready to go. And I think I'll be able to thread the power cable somewhere. So we're going to do that. So I actually ordered these on Amazon. I didn't realise these were a thing, but you can get these, well, I've got these. They're basically like little baby pegs, almost like clothes pegs. And you use these to clip fabric together rather than pinning it, because pinning takes a while, and I don't know if you could tell from my previous video, but I was not having a fun time trying to pin. Like, it was testing my patience, so I thought, how do I make this process like a lot easier and remove some of those, the word I've got in my mind is touch points, but that's not what I mean. Like points of resistance? Not sure. So these, I got these, they were cheap, they were good, and they also came with some pins, which is kind of funny considering I've just said I don't like them. But these ones have butterflies on, which I thought was very cute, which means I can actually grab them, because I couldn't grab my mum's because they had no like end. And there are occasions when sewing that you can't use the clip, so you'll need pins. So basically, long story short, I needed those. So I got those in a little set, we'll link down below. And then I also got some shearing elastic, which is hopefully what I'm going to be doing maybe tomorrow, not sure. But basically it's just elastic on a spool, and it's thin, and you use this to create like the stretchy shearing fabric. I'll insert a picture. And that's what I'm going to try and do. So I need to find a home for all this stuff, put the sewing machine in a place of some sort, and then what I'm going to do is, these are the trousers, as you've seen. Still obsessed with them, still sad I've not worn them because of the weather, but love them. I'm going to get the rest of the fabric out, lay it on the floor, and then measure it to see how much I have left, because I have been looking on like Pinterest for some free patterns, and I'm feeling like I could probably print one out now and be confident enough to work from that. And then if I need to adapt it in any way because I'm like short on fabric, hopefully I can do it. Am I going into this with blind optimism? Potentially. But that's how I made the trousers, so yes, we're gonna do that. But first I need to tidy up this mess. I'm like collecting laptops at this point, so, but we'll talk about that when we talk about the job. Let's go. I've come across the first hurdle, which is the plug doesn't actually fit through to where the plugs are. I'm not quite sure how to tackle that without just like unfastening the plug. My options are dismantle the plug, which looks like you can't do anyway, so that's that one out, and then is running an extension lead through, which will be an eyesore, but this is not even my sewing machine, so I don't know how long I'm going to have it, so that's fine. I've got a box. I have a lot of spare shelves ever since we did the big clear out, so I'm actually going to put all the sewing bits I've got so far in here. I was looking on Hobbycraft for like those opening like tiered boxes, and then I realised I'm just getting overexcited and want to spend money on things, so I'm going to resist that for now. I don't know whether to put these away because I really want to try do that shearing today, but it depends what time I have, because obviously I have the crochet club. I think if I put these in here and then they can just live up on the shelf next to me, I might as well put the thread permanently on there because I'm literally not going to change that. And then I've got a box of sewing supplies that can go up here. This shelf here is like, these boxes are all like extra packaging from when I had my shop. So in fact, maybe it makes more sense for me to swap them around, right? So maybe if I put a packaging one, like these are literally just boxes full of envelopes that it doesn't make sense to get rid of them because that's such a waste, but also I don't know what I'm going to do with them. So they're a bit like in no man's land at the moment. But if I put the sewing stuff here, there's plenty more room for things. Like this cupboard is also pretty much empty, so just like explaining myself as to why I can buy sewing things. This fabric, I have a little bag here that I've been putting scraps in because, don't know if you saw that Sewing Bee episode where they made a little bag out of scraps. I was like, oh my god, I can do that. So literally every little bit of fabric, like the tiniest bits, I've kept and I'm going to put in this bag, and I'll probably do that for like every fabric moving forward. Like you could make that into a strap for a top, you know, and since I'm going to be making a top, hopefully we can do it. I am actually going back to boys tomorrow. That wasn't on my initial plan for the week, but my friend who watches the vlogs, we've been friends for years, she'll be watching this video right now. I've given her the craft bug, she says, so she wants to come to boys, we'll have a little mooch, and then she's going to come back here and hopefully we'll be able to make something. Not sure what we're going to make, but I mean I have all the supplies, so that could be in this vlog too. I've found a pattern. It's kind of hard to tell because The one that I found that involved me doing the shearing was like 1.5 meters wide, and I don't have that much fabric, so that was an instant no. This one I'm currently printing doesn't tell me how like much the cutout is, like fabric wise, but it has the fewest pieces, so I'm hoping it works. Turns out you have to cut things, so sorry if that's really loud. Turns out you have to cut things off of the fabric in a particular way because the fabric hangs in a certain way, so I can't just like jigsaw it together. I have to make sure it's folded and both the right way. Ugh. It's taking a bit more brain power than I thought it would, and I'm not gonna lie, I'm quite tired. I think that barbecue leftover food gave me a little bit of a food coma. I don't have too long before I need to head off to this crochet club, so I'll probably only get this pattern like half pieced together, and then I should be able to get an idea if the fabric I've got is going to fit. If not, I don't want to buy any more of that fabric because it feels like a waste to not using what I've got. And also when we go to Boys tomorrow, I want to buy another fabric, you know, like I want to branch out and find something that I can make something else out of. So I'm gonna make this work. Even if I have to DIY something, I could literally just cut out some panels and like figure it out. But if we can use a pattern, I'm hoping it'll be easier. So there's 15 sheets of paper currently printing off. So good I've still got a printer. I need to get the sellotape and then we're going to try and stick it together. I'm getting flashbacks to when I printed and stuck these together, which I clearly still haven't done properly. But this took me forever, so hopefully it won't take that long. I mean, the colours are off, but it's printed. I just found a great spot in this shelving unit, the one I showed you earlier, for my work bag, and I had a genius idea to wire up an extension lead up the back and make a little bit of a charging station in there, because with work means I now have a work phone. So I have two phones. I lose my phone on a regular basis, I will not lie. I just put it somewhere and then I'm constantly asking my boyfriend or Alexa to ring it. So having another one, won't lie, gives me a bit of anxiety, but this is the iPhone 15 Pro Max, so it's perfect for what the job is, which is a content creator for an amazing company. I'm not going to go into depth of like what the company is yet, maybe I will at some point, but I don't know, I just get a bit scared. It's like having a new relationship and sharing it online, it's just a bit weird. But basically I'm working 2 days a week at this amazing company. Really small, it's not a really small business, but like staff wise there's probably maybe like 30 of them, if that. They've got 2 bases, one in Leeds, one in Sheffield, and I sort of travel between the 2 bases, capture content on what they're doing and make it into something cool. So I've worked there now for around about a month. It feels a lot less time than that, obviously, because I'm only seeing these people twice a week, so it doesn't feel like I've been there that long, but actually in terms of timeline I've had this job for a month now. And I am not kidding, when this job came up on, I think I might have found it on LinkedIn, no idea, I was getting job like notifications all over the shop because I was just desperate to try and find something. And at that point I'd turned down 2 separate job offers because like I went through the interview process and then realised afterwards that they weren't the right fit for me, and I just did not want to get into a situation like I was previously. When this one popped up, oh my god, literally perfect, made for me. I manage my own schedule and they're trusting me to do what I do best, hopefully. So basically I'm managing their social media. I'm the only person that does it. I don't have to manage anyone. No one particularly manages me. I just have to like send the content to the higher ups, get them to check it, and then it's good to go. So with that job I've got a work phone, I've got a work MacBook, and then they've also bought me this like really cool gimbal thing which I'll show you at some point. I've just put it in the cupboard. So I need to like figure out a system of being able to store them. Done that, check, and also charge them, because I need to make sure this phone is charged, because that is literally my entire job pretty much. Like I can't capture content if the phone's dead. So I need to make sure that this is basically permanently on charge. But I have the fear because my like magnetic charger thing is in this cupboard, and I've just put the phone on there thinking, well, that's probably the quickest way for me to do it. But I know when I'm waking up at 6 o'clock in the morning to go to work, I am 100% going to forget that the phone is in that cupboard. So what I'm going to do is I'm probably going to order another charging cable of some sort and try and thread it up the back of this cupboard. In fact, I've just spotted one. I don't know if this is going to be long enough. No, it's probably not. I just need like a lightning, it's not lightning, is it? USB-C, just to confuse everyone. I need to order a long USB-C cable, thread it up the back of that cupboard, and then make a little bit of a charging station for both the gimbal and the phone. The laptop doesn't really matter because wherever I am there's a charger, but obviously I need the phone to be portable. So yeah, I have a job and it's the most perfect thing ever. Like, I feel like something's gonna go wrong. Everything feels like it's going too well. I don't want to jinx anything, but I'm feeling much better and much happier having found this. And I mean, I'm going to toot my own horn here, but I had a 1 hour Zoom call with the CEO and their right hand man on a Tuesday. It was supposed to only be half an hour. It turned into an hour. We were chatting for ages, like ideas and like what the vision was, blah, 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 blah. It was an hour long call. I'd not done any interview that long. And they offered me the job that evening. Like, they'd not even met me in person. And then within a week, I was at the office. So it was a very quick turnaround and it's taken a bit of getting used to, but like it could not have come at a better time. So yes, that's what I'm doing. So 2 days a week I am in an office 8 hours a day and commuting, so I'm like out of the house. But it's actually been really good for like my sanity and my mental health. I'm just trying to figure out now the balance between doing my own social media and doing that social media. So there may be a little bit of a lull. In fact, there's already a lull in my Instagram and TikTok content because I've been so busy. Like, for example, I went to the office last Tuesday to start my day. We had our morning meeting as usual and they were like, we need you in London tomorrow. So we booked the tickets and less than 24 hours later I was in London shooting content. So it's like lots of stuff going on in the best way, but obviously my brain just needs to catch up, I think. So yeah, that's what's going on. I'll stop rambling. I'm going to try and cut this pattern. But yeah, it's all very exciting. I just don't want to... I've been like not telling people because I'm scared that something's going to go wrong. Like someone's going to be like, haha, just kidding. And like it'll all go to... But so far so good. And all I can do is my best. And that's what I'm doing. So that's how it is. The team is so lovely as well, like so lovely. So, right, I need to follow this pattern to stick all these pieces of paper together. And hopefully by the end of that, I have what resembles pattern pieces for a cami top. And hopefully it fits on the fabric I've got. That literally has nothing on it. What is the point? It is now the next day. The crochet club last night was so cute and wholesome. They did button bingo. I am now crocheting a project that, oh, I forgot my water ball. Oh well. Crocheting something that they're gonna sell at Pride. They like all sort of pitch in and crochet various things. So yeah, I'm doing this like bear. It's gonna be a swear bear. So it's like a a little bear basically with a swear word written on the front, so that'll be cute. I am just now headed to my friend's house. We are going to go to Boys. I think I mentioned this yesterday. Might suggest we get some breakfast or some sort in town because it's almost lunchtime and I've not eaten, and I think I have a free Starbucks on my app, so I feel like it'd be rude not to. But it's a beautiful sunny day. Hopefully the weather picks up again. Right, hello, this is Charlotte. Years ago, Charlotte was in the vlogs.
There is a video of us doing Chubby Bunny on your...
Is there?
Yeah, still.
I'm going to insert that. That's funny. And I'm also going to insert the photo that popped up this morning on Facebook. So we're in Boys, as you can probably tell. I think I'm going to make a shade top. Charlotte's not sure what she's making yet, are you? No. Not necessarily like sewing, maybe crafting, but there's too many options, so currently we're just staring and walking round. This is just one wall of it as well, and it like goes back. You like this one, don't you?
I do.
That's cute. I'm thinking gingham, that's the safer. That's cute, why wasn't that here the other day? I think I'm gonna make a shade top, so I think the gingham's over here, look. Look, there's literally so much. What colour? They've got red. That reminds me of my school uniform. What colour school uniform did you wear? We're back. I've just quickly tidied the office. Gus is already screaming. Standard Gus behaviour. I actually bought this fabric, which I think will look cute as a little shade top. So I'll be doing that another day because Charlotte's bought the cutest strawberry fabric. She's behind the camera. Look at this! And she's going to make her and her baby a matching little set. So we're going to be doing adult trousers and baby romper. Not sure if we'll get the romper done today, but we can try the trousers, can't we? But it's so cute. It was such a good price as well. Love. I also bought this because I'm going to make a pin cushion, like crochet pin cushion. I'll insert a picture for context, but expect a lot of time lapses now because we're going to be like figuring it out. I love that I've done this once and I'm like, right, now we can make trousers alone. Yeah. Don't need my mum. We are strong, independent. I know, Mom, Charlotte's going to be on the side.
Matching outfit.
Yeah, she's going to be like, Mom, stop making me matching outfits. So, the pattern is out. Wish us luck. You're helping. So annoying. Thank you for helping. So helpful.
This is going to sound really bad. Why are you folding it? Why do you need two legs? You're going to make two pairs of trousers and then didn't realise that you needed the front and the back.
That's what I did. And my mum was like, thought it was funny, I chopped the bit out because I didn't get it.
But I didn't understand. I was like, why are you cutting...
Yeah, because it felt like four.
It felt like four legs.
Yeah, I know, I was saying. Gus, I love you, but move out of the way.
Well, I reckon you could get two little trousers out of this fabric.
We've cut the fabric, hopefully successfully. Feels like it's alright. Now we're lining it up. And I think I showed these earlier in the vlog. But these, instead of the pins, because the pins are winding me up, they're just like little clothes pegs. So you like line the edge up and peg it instead of pinning it. And it should be quicker because you don't have to mess around. Right, it's machine time.
This is where I'll watch you first.
Okay. We need to thread the machine. It's happening. Are we doing it right? We don't know. Took us 2 attempts to thread the machine, but we got there. We're lined up. Those pegs are so much easier, and that's all you do all the way to the end. So, fingers crossed. All was going probably too well, and now the bobbin ran out underneath and we're trying to thread the machine and it's just not working. So I've got a YouTube video up of how to thread this exact machine because I can't ring my mum because she's at work. I was like, Mum, these don't make sense. So this video, we've tried to thread this bobbin at least 8 times. Oh yeah, at least. So yeah, let's hope this guy makes sense. We did it. We did it. we're making good progress. Charlotte's just sewing up the elastic on her trousers, and I'm cutting out a piece for that pattern I made up yesterday. I've just cut this one out and I'm cutting the other one out, and I have enough fabric and I actually have some leftovers again, so hopefully this works. You done this elastic?
Yeah.
That's it, we're nearly done. But yeah, look, I'm just cutting this piece here and I've literally got millimetres spare fabric, so I've got very lucky with that actually fitting. Alright, I can't remember the last thing I filmed, but Charlotte's trousers are finished and they look so good. Completely forgot to film it, but if I can get a photo of her in time, I'll get her to send me a picture. But they look so cute, and we're going to make matching ones, like I said, for her daughter, which will be adorable. We're going to book in a time to do that another day. I've cut out those pieces that I showed you from the same fabric as my trousers, and I just looked at the instructions and it's more complicated than I thought. So I think what I'm going to do is, if I get some time tomorrow, I'm going to try and finish that. But I am 100% not getting dressed tomorrow and not putting any makeup on, so I didn't really intend for this week's video to be another crafty video, but it's just how it's worked out. Really enjoyed it. It feels very daunting to share the news of the job because I feel like something's going to go wrong. I don't know if that's a really bad kind of attitude to have, but yeah, I don't want to jinx anything. But everything's fitting into place slowly, but I am very tired. Definitely not used to like commuting and peopling, but I'll definitely get used to it, and it's all very worth it. So yes, another wholesome crafty vlog. I hope you've enjoyed it. If you got to the very end of the video, let me know what pattern you would have your trousers in if you were to make your own pattern. I think the next time I make some, I'd like to make some gingham ones, but let me know what you'd like. So yeah, thank you very much for watching this video. I hope you've enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time for another one. Bye.